Welcome to Frontenac Outfitters Canoe and Kayak Center. This is a stand-up paddleboard review of Tuga SUP's Yellow Tail 11.6. The 11.6 Yellow Tail is the longer version in the series that doesn't include that shorter 10.6 as well. This board is 11'6" in length. You have a 32-inch beam and you have 4¼ inch depth. That width is going to increase the stability of this board, therefore opening it up to that novice rider or that beginner paddler, whereas that length and that narrower depth of the board increases your performance, which does appeal to that more experienced type of rider. The board itself is what they'll call a planing style board, so you do have a little bit more rocker in it. Your noses are kind of raised out of the water a little bit, and you do have that added width. The planing boards are great for just doing your flat water paddling, but you can play in the waves with them a little bit because of that upswept bow that allows you to drive the board up and over the waves instead of diving right into them. The board itself, the 11.6 Yellow Tail, has been geared towards, again, that more novice rider, that beginner paddler, but the experienced rider does appreciate that planing style hull if they do want to play in the waves. In terms of paddler weights, you're about 130 pounds right up to 230 pounds. So it fits a wide range of paddler skill level, but also a wide range of paddler weights. At a glance at this board, you can see that it is very visually stunning. You do have a 100% real bamboo veneer on that deck. You'll have a matte finish that doesn't pop as much, but the idea is it does accentuate the natural wood. So you do have more of that natural aesthetics that you get out of a board like this. At the nose, you'll see you have an FCS GoPro mount. So if you wanted to kind of go out and capture those adventures, you have the ability to do so on a board like this. As you start to move towards the tail, you'll see full deck rigging. One negative that I could say is we would like to see this being a little bit thicker, but it is still good for putting some dry bags underneath and carrying some gear for those longer day paddles. The standing platform itself goes right to the tail of the board, which is a nice feature to have on a planing style SUP. The reason being is when you do start to get into playing in the waves and riding the waves out a little bit more, you do have to step towards the tail of the board to drive that bow up and out of the water even further, especially if you have a big roller behind you you're trying to ride out. If you don't step to the tail of the board, it's going to cause the nose to want to dive on you a little bit. So allowing that platform all the way back gives you nice grip so you can still stay on that board as you are getting into more of that surf stance. Right at the center, you have your handhold for carrying this board, and at 26 pounds, it's very, very manageable on and off the car, and really easy just to carry down to your launch spot. Because you have a wooden deck, that bamboo veneer, there is pressure that's built up inside of the board, say the hot, humid day, that type of thing. So you have a center vent plug right here. You back that off. That allows you to depressurize the board, therefore you're not warping your deck. You'll also notice right here you have a little paddle bungee, and that's to store your paddle when you're maybe just kind of hanging out on the board to tan or jump in the water and have a bit of a swim. You would just shove the shaft right underneath these two ends, and the paddle will just sit along the side of the board like that. As you go right to the tail, you do have a tether spot right here for a board leash. And then if we'll flip the board over, we can look at the fin setup. With the 11.6 Yellow Tail, you get your 3 fins set up. You have the single center fin, and you also have your 2 thruster fins. Incorporating those 2 thruster fins into the design allows that board to give you a little bit more stability, but B, when you're starting to ride waves a little bit more, it adds a little grip. It allows you to keep you in that wave longer so you can ride it out a little bit longer. Construction of the board, like most SUPs, you have an EPS foam core that will be then wrapped in fiberglass. You'll have a bamboo reinforcement on the inside as well, and then you have that bamboo deck. Tuga is a relative new company to the SUP industry with a background in surfing, so you do find more of that surf design kind of incorporated into the stand-up paddleboard. Some of that would have been, you know, that 3-fin setup, that type of thing. We are proud to have them here at Frontenac Outfitters, and if you're interested in coming and paddling one, we do free test paddling 6 days a week, so just come on out and have some fun. Thank you.